Hello my friends, today's video is going to be quite different than planned. Today I was supposed to film a Kelly Wallet collection video for you. I was supposed to answer all your questions when it comes to the Kelly Wallet and just share with you everything you have to know about one of Hermes's best creations and personally some of the best investments into my collection, which this is the perfect chance. If you guys have any questions when it comes to the Kelly Wallet, please leave them in the comment section below for me so I can make sure to touch on as many of them as possible, because I am still planning on doing that video for you. But the reason we're not doing that today is because my baby is not feeling well. He's actually right beside me and I just really don't want to leave him alone. I don't want to sit down and film and then have to stand up if he's not feeling well. Hopefully it's nothing serious. It's just an upset tummy, but we're going to the vet later today. So I wanted to make sure that I am able to stay really close to him. So in the meantime, I thought we could film this, which today we're going to be going through this drawer of mine, which is my SLG drawer. I have been telling you guys that I have been purging, trying to clear things out because I am actually getting ready to move. I'm not moving countries or cities, but I am moving apartments. So I didn't want to say this before because I actually still don't have the final contract signed. So I don't want to jinx it just yet, but it seems like I am going to be moving apartments. So I did want to go through this drawer, which as you guys can see is a huge mess. This is kind of just a dumping ground at this point. Anything and everything that I used, I filmed with, I wanted to share with you guys. I obviously did, and then instead of putting it away nicely, I just ended up throwing back in here. So this is the drawer that we'll be going through today. I will share with you a good chunk of my SLG collection and will also rank it. I'll share with you basically a speed review of every single SLG of mine in this drawer, most of which is from Hermes, but I do see a few other dust bags from different brands. So of course, we'll go through everything that's in here. So if you'd like to see my SLG collection and hear my thoughts on which luxury SLGs, mainly from Hermes, are worth your money and which ones are not, then make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet, and keep on watching. Where should we begin? Let's do maybe this piece first because this is not in its box. So actually, speaking of the baby beast, the first thing that we have here is something that I bought for him even before I got him, which is his Hermes leash. Obviously, he's been wearing his Hermes collar, which you have seen in previous videos of mine, but I haven't actually given him this leash. I think we might have used it once or twice when he was a little bit smaller, but I haven't actually used it properly. In fact, I haven't even treated the leather because when you buy one of these dock pieces from Hermes, you do have to treat the leather with the saddle oil that they give you, which I haven't done so yet. It's something that I am going to do in the near future because I do want to start using this leash, which is in the Medor print. So we'll probably see a couple of CDC bracelets here, and I'll try to remember to point out the Medor pyramids for you, which is one of the most iconic sort of signature designs that Hermes uses time and time again. It's something that obviously started with the CDC bracelets, but at this point you'll find these Medor pyramids on ready to wear. It has even inspired bags and even dog collars and leashes. So this is the first piece that we have here, which I think is quite a short leash. They call it a city leash because obviously it means that you can keep your dog a little bit closer to you. So this is the first piece that I wanted to show you, which is obviously just divine. Moving on, why don't we do this box, which I'm pretty sure it's not a new piece. We might find some pieces that I have not used in quite a while in here, but this is something I have a feeling that this is going to be a home piece. I can kind of recognize the box, so I think it is, well, it's made of leather because we do have the Hermes leather care card. So in here, I think we are going to have, yes, it's exactly what I thought it was. So it is Hermes's leather tray, which is actually quite a famous piece. Let me put down the box here. So it is one of these leather trays that was actually designed for traveling. So the idea is that it's a single piece of flat leather that you can really easily roll up, put in your suitcase or your bag, and you can travel with it. And then when you get to your hotel or your destination, you can snap these closures together let me do this. It's quite hard doing it like this, but anyway, I think you get the point. So you just snap the closures together and you end up with a little trace, just so you can make sure that you never leave a piece of jewelry, your watch, or anything behind. You can put this on your nightstand, you can put this in the safe, wherever you want to keep your jewelry and important bits that you don't want to leave behind, even your passport. It's something that does come in different sizes. I think this is the largest size that they do, which at one point I did have on my coffee table. I also had it on my desk where I work. So it's something that I love having. It's really, really simple, and it is in the most beautiful buttery soft black grain skin, but it does come in different colors, in different leathers. But you know that of course I had to get it in black, and you do have different designs as well. So if you don't love the H sort of perforation here, which is the same perforation that you'll find on the Evelyn, there are some other more intricate designs too, but it's a classic if you travel a lot, or if you know someone who travels a lot, this would be an amazing thing to buy for them or buy for yourself, because it really, really comes in handy, especially if you're forgetful and you have lost jewelry or watches or your wallet before. This is something that I think would definitely help. I can't remember if I shared this with you guys, but I did have to buy a new lip balm case from Hermes, just because I love my Hermes lip balms, and I lost the original case that it comes with, because the lip balms are refillable, so you can just buy the refills, or even if you have a lipstick that you have gone through, you can actually replace the lipstick bullet with a lip balm. They're completely interchangeable because they're all the same size, but I did have to buy a new case, and I think that's what the box is for. I should probably throw away this box and just keep this dust bag. I mean, to be honest, I could also recycle this dust bag because I am probably not going to use it, but this is good that I'm doing this, so I can go ahead and throw away this box, because it's definitely not something that I need to hold on to. My lip balm is already in my bag. I have been using it, and it is just the best lip balm. I think the one, I always forget what it's called, but I have talked about it before. The lip balm that I use from Hermes is their Rosy Lip Balm in the color Rose Apricot, I think it's called. And it's just the most beautiful peachy shade, which really doesn't give too much color to your lips. It's more of really just a hue that helps to make your lips look a little bit more lively. So if you ever wanted to start your Hermes beauty collection, definitely start with their lip balms, because I really cannot think of anyone who would not be able to use and enjoy one of Hermes's lip balms. Next up, I think it is going to be an empty little dust bag from Cartier. I think this is for my love ring, which is currently in my bathroom. I am going to do for you guys. This is something that I have been meaning to do for a while. I want to do a video on the Cartier pieces that I would and the ones that I wouldn't buy at this point. And I think I pulled out my love bracelet, or sorry, my love ring for that video, but I haven't done that video of mine, so I should probably put the ring back in here. And then right next to it, we do have, this is going to be a CDC bracelet, which I went through a phase of wearing nothing else but these CDC bracelets. Let's see if you guys are going to focus on this. Yes, here we go. So this is one of my CDC bracelets, the original CDC bracelet in black Epsom leather with, I can never remember if it's gold or rose gold hardware, because at this point it does look quite gold, but I want to say that at one point it started out being rose gold. There was a point in time when Hermes was trying to refine their rose gold color, and they went through quite a few different phases of kind of tweaking it, because of rose gold at one point was known for going quite gold over time, and that rosiness going away. So I do have a suspicion that this started out being a rose gold piece, but at this point it just looks all gold, which I think I do have some videos on the CDC bracelet. It's a bracelet that I love. As I said, I went through a phase of wearing nothing else but these are definitely quite a statement piece. I don't think it's going to be everyone's cup of tea, because it is quite a chunky, in your face design, but I do have something in here for you that I think you'll really enjoy if you're looking for something just a tiny bit more under the radar. But if you're looking for that one ton of bang for your buck piece, this is definitely something incredible to invest in. It's something that I love wearing mainly in fall winter over a chunky sweater or a cashmere knit, just to add some interest. But really, it's a classic, and it's a classic for a reason. So if you love making a statement, definitely consider investing in a CDC bracelet. It does come as you would expect, in a ton of different shades, a ton of different leathers, and even metal finishes, which I think I should have a couple more coming up here. Speaking of the CDC, I actually have another one in here, which this one is with palladium hardware in matte alligator, which alligator is my favorite exotic skin. Hermes does do these bracelets not only in alligator but also croc, in lizard. I think at one point they did also make this in ostrich, but it is quite rare to find this in ostrich, so I ended up buying it in black matte gator, which I think this might have been my first matte gator piece ever. It's something that I bought, oh my god, I mean, it's been 6-7 years. I think this bracelet at this point is almost $500-600 more expensive than it was when I first bought it, so I'm incredibly happy to have this piece in my collection. One thing that you can probably notice on my CDC pieces, just because I actually wore these a ton, is that the ring that moves, which it actually should move. I know that there are some dupes out there of Hermes CDCs where the ring doesn't move, but if the ring doesn't move, or if it's in a weird, if it sits at a weird angle, you know that it's most likely not an authentic piece. But if you buy one directly from Hermes, the ring should move. However, you have to keep in mind that as it goes back and forth, it will leave a mark behind when it comes to all CDC pieces, and I think we'll see that on some other pieces coming up too. But I can say the same thing that I said about the Epsom piece. I love this piece, but again, it's not for the faint of heart. It's for those who want to make a statement with their bracelets, and honestly, I could not be any happier with this piece. And even though I'm more of a gold person when it comes to bags, I do think that I wear this a lot more than I wear my gold hardware one, just because I feel like this is a little bit easier to style. It's not quite as rich as the one with gold hardware, even though it's the exact same design. It's a similar leather finish because it is matte gator, but you do have to keep in mind that matte gator will go a little bit shinier over time. So just like Epsom, it is more of a matte finish. Just because it's with palladium hardware, it feels perhaps just a little bit more casual and not trying as hard. That's the kind of feeling that I get from this piece. But anyway, if you do love to make a statement with your jewelry, if you're looking for that one piece that you can invest in and it will make an outfit, you can style these with the most simplistic pieces and still look like $1,000,000. This is definitely something that I would highly suggest that you look into. So I think this belonged to my tray, so I should put that with the box of the tray, and let's see what's next. Oh my god, this is really a mess here. Why don't we do this box, which I have a feeling we are going to have. Let me just focus you guys. I have a feeling we're going to have a Kelly wallet in here, which, yes, this is one of my Kelly wallets. This is in black box leather, which I don't want to talk about too much because I have an in-depth Kelly wallet video coming up for you. So if there's anything you want to know about these pieces, let me know in the comment section. But the one in black box was definitely an incredibly difficult piece to hunt down. I do have several different Kelly wallets, but I would say that this one was probably the toughest one to get, which the only reason I bought this is because there was a point in time when I kept getting offered box bags and I had to turn every single one of them down just because box at the time wasn't for me. So I thought, why don't I buy a piece in box just so I can test the leather for myself without not only spending so much money on a bag, because these wallets are not that much cheaper than a bag. I just figured, why don't I buy a wallet which is slightly less expensive and doesn't cost me a quota bag, so I could still buy bags that I wanted and I knew I would be able to take advantage of. And I also got to try a new leather and test it for myself, which this wallet honestly worn pretty nicely, surprisingly. And then the other piece is my other Kelly wallet here, which is in Epsom, and this is the Kelly wallet that I use on a regular basis. It's something that I use almost every single week in some shape or form. I'll either have it in one of my bags, I'll carry it on its own, or I will turn it into an actual to-go bag, which I'm going to share with you all these little tips and tricks and everything you have to know about this piece. But when it comes to Kelly wallets, this is by far my most used Kelly wallet, and it's also the first Kelly wallet that I ever purchased, which is in Epsom in either a taupe or a tan. I can never remember, which I actually shocked myself that my first Kelly wallet wasn't in black, just because black is obviously my favorite color. The reason I ended up buying this over the black version, which they also had available when I first bought this, I think they had it both in Epsom and Goatskin when I got it. But the reason I went for this is because the inside is a different color. This was one of the first so-called versatile pieces that Hermes ever did, where the outside of the bag or the outside of the piece was a different color than the lining. So the lining was a complementary but different color. So on the inside, this I think is blue nuit, and it is just an incredible piece. If you're looking to start your serious Hermes collection, if you're really serious about Hermes because you love their heritage, you love their craftsmanship, and you really want to start building a collection that will last a lifetime, this is a lot of money to spend on a wallet. But if it's not a burden on you, if it's something that will bring you joy, I have no doubt that this is something that you would be able to take advantage of on a regular basis. And it is something that would last, honestly, just an absolute lifetime. Here we have another Kelly wallet, which I'll definitely share with you when we talk about my Kelly wallet collection. And then let me see what's next. We have my click leg here, which if you're wondering where these stickers came from, I actually made these myself. I have a label maker, and I went through a phase of trying to label everything, which definitely helped a lot, but I kind of gave up on it. And at this point, I feel like it would be a lot of work to go back to it. But if I ever get the chance, trust me, I would do it again, because it does help, especially if you try to keep your things in their boxes, which I don't keep everything in their boxes. But when it comes to SLGs, pieces that are a little bit more precious, I like to keep their boxes, just so when I'm not using something, I can put them back in their boxes to make sure that they stay in great shape, because I don't take a single piece that I own for granted. I want to make sure that every single piece that I own stays in great shape and I can get my money's worth out of them. So in here, we have the click leg bracelet, which I think I talked about in a recent video of mine. That's why it's in here, which I think I will make sure to link that video up in the corner here for you, and also down below. So if you want to hear my review on this piece, you can check out that video of mine. But long story short, it's not a piece that I would personally spend my money on. Let me try to get these random bits out of here, which in here, I think I have some extra shoelaces for my selling sneakers, which I adore. I recently shared my entire sneaker collection, which if you haven't seen, I will make sure to have it linked down below for you. I know that some of you love hearing about shoes and some of you are not interested, but if you are considering adding a designer sneaker to your collection, definitely check out that video of mine. I do have some silk ropes from Cartier, because I do have, I think it's called the Trinity bracelet, which I went through a phase of wearing every single day. That thing didn't come off my wrist for at least a couple of years. It's something that I love and would still recommend. And I don't think a lot of people know this, but you can actually change the silk cord, not only the color, but also have it refreshed as often as you want to. So in theory, you could go back to Cartier and have them change the silk cord on your bracelet every single day. But during 2020, they weren't allowed to touch your pieces. So instead, they were giving out these kits so you could change the cords at home on your own, but you couldn't choose the color. They had to give you an entire kit. And I think I always had a red cord on that bracelet of mine, so these I never even touched. So I think I'm going to take these to, maybe I'm going to take them to Uniqlo, because I usually recycle any sort of fabric at Uniqlo. They have these big buckets at most Uniqlo stores, so you can just dump pretty much anything that's made of fabric in there, and they do the recycling for you. So I think that's going to go into the recycling pile. And speaking of silk, I do have a silk mask in here from LilySilk. I think my discount code with LilySilk should still be active. This is not sponsored. I have done sponsored videos with LilySilk before. It's a brand that I love because I think their quality is outstanding, especially for the price. And I did love having this silk mask. But let's hope we never have to wear masks again, at least not on a regular basis. I do have some spare shoelaces. I told you guys this is going to be a drawer full of miracles and surprises. So I do have some extra shoelaces from Chanel, which I do think that these belong to, I think it actually might be from two different sneakers. One of these must be for my new Chanel sneakers in black leather, and then these I think would be for my tweed Chanel sneakers. I love the fact that they do give you just plain shoelaces instead of the ones that have Chanel written all over them, because they can be quite a lot. So I should change these in all my Chanel sneakers. And again, if you want to know my thoughts on Chanel sneakers, which Chanel sneakers I own, which ones I love, which ones I wouldn't buy again, my sneaker collection video will be listed and linked in the info box for you. Let me go through some of this paperwork in here. So the first thing that we have here is the little brochure that came with my Kelly Twilly, which is basically that micro Kelly bag that does feature a little bit of a Twilly on the handle, which I don't actually think I have in here. I think it might be in storage because I haven't actually seen it in quite a while. So that's what I think this belongs to. I have some sides, which this is what you get when you buy an exotic piece. I think I should have a couple of those in here. They don't come with every single exotic piece that you buy, but when you buy something a little bit more substantial, they will give you that. It doesn't have anything to do with the authenticity of the piece. It's just to basically reassure you that the piece was ethically sourced, and if you decide to move abroad or if you travel with your exotic piece, it's something that's always a good idea to have with you. Sorry if you guys experienced a little earthquake here, but the baby decided to take a nap right underneath my tripod. So as he's twisting and turning, he's moving the tripod slightly. So I do apologize if you can see that, but let's move on to this piece, which in here, oh, this is not what I thought. In here I have my Kelly pocket wallet. This was actually the first piece that I ever unboxed on YouTube. So this piece is the reason that we are here today. It's a piece that I love, and it's something that I reviewed. Well, I shared an updated review in a recent video of mine. And I think the reason I talked about this is that I really haven't been reaching for it that much, just because the closure makes it quite difficult to maneuver this piece in and out of smaller bags. But I love the design. I love the fact that it fits a ton of different cards. I think I counted this for my original review, and you can fit about 8 to 10 cards in here comfortably, and they're actually quite easy to go through because this card holder actually opens up like this. So it is really a user-friendly piece to use, not to mention that you also get a little zip pocket on the back. And I think, oh, I still have the label for this. Let me see how much I bought this for. So when this first launched, which I don't know if I ever told you guys this, I think I might have mentioned this in my original unboxing, but I was told by the store director that got me this piece that this was the first Kelly pocket that arrived in the US. Whether that's true or not, I'm not exactly sure, but I did have this pre-ordered from the runway, so they ended up buying me one from the podium event. I'm not sure if it's true or not, but that's what I was told. And back then when this first came out, this piece was 13, is it 13 or 18? No, I think it was $1,300, which I should really check how much it is these days because I have no doubt that it's gone up slightly. And then let's see what's in here. It feels quite light, so I think this might be empty. I think I know what was in here, even though it doesn't have a label, but I think in here, oh, and I know for sure, in here I had my Constance pocket. Sorry, not Constance pocket, I think it's called the Constance Slim. I always confuse these two because this is the Kelly pocket, and then this is the Constance Slim, which is the smallest take on the Constance wallet. So you do get the Constance wallet in different sizes at this point, the smallest one being the Constance Slim, which should be in one of my bags. But you do also get this additional pocket, this little coin pouch that you can keep in the wallet. I never do because I rarely, if ever, use cash. Not to mention that if you put this in your Constance Slim, you won't have that much space left for actual cards. And because it's quite a small piece, I didn't want to waste precious real estate by putting something in there that I will never use. So I ended up just leaving the coin pouch in here, which I really don't think I ever even used in this piece, but it's a piece that I have an in-depth review on. Long story short, it's something that I really enjoy. I would say that if you are a lover of mini bags and you are looking to add an SLG to your collection, that is quite a show-stopping piece, something that you can wear on its own, but also in smaller bags. pick up this. If you usually wear larger bags and again you're looking for a show-stopping piece, I think the Kelly Pocket is something that has just a little bit more interest to it. Believe it or not, the Kelly Pocket is one of my most complimented pieces. It's the piece that always, anytime I'm out and about shopping with that piece, I always get questions on it. But if you do love the Constance, obviously the Constance Slim is a great piece to check out. And just when you thought that we're almost done, we're not even halfway, because we have plenty of things on the other side of the drawer.